Hey, Brea, can you see and hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, awesome. I can see and hear you clearly as well. Welcome in. My name is Rory, and I'll be your host for today's training simulation. Thank you for being here. So I have you down for lower elementary introducing content. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right, great. And were you able to review the details of your scenario?
Yes.
Wonderful. So do you have any questions about the scenario that I can answer for you?
No, ma'am.
All right, great. So let's talk about the logistics of this session. So you'll have around 15 minutes to run the scenario. At the end of the simulation, I'll return to guide you in a reflection of your experience. And if at any point you feel overwhelmed, stuck, whatever the case may be, just say pause, and I'll return to address any concerns that you may have. So this is going to be a lower elementary classroom, so all of the students can write on their tablets, raise their hands and participate in a parent share. But if you ask them to do something that is outside the limitations of the program, like giving a simultaneous response or everybody giving a thumbs up, one of them will say the principal says and reference that action. That'll be your cue to move on. But again, any technical problems, just say pause and I can help you address that. Great. So let's talk about the goal for today. So that is to successfully engage all of the students in an on-topic group discussion while eliciting student thinking in your content area. So what is the content area going to be for today?
It is going to be introducing a new unit for language arts. I'm going to be doing compound words.
Okay, awesome. And so some of their prior knowledge, they're able to recognize certain compound words like raincoat, and they're ready to learn about using parts of the unfamiliar words, like a little bit harder, like afterthought, nationwide. So just more complicated compound words. Great. And so what are some strategies that you think might be effective in helping them learn these new words?
Just keeping an open engagement with the kids by having them to break the word apart. For instance, raincoat. Well, we understand that one part of the word is rain and the other part is coat. So that is a context clue that raincoat means that it's a coat you wear in the rain or something you wear in the rain.
Mhm. Yeah, great. So what I'm hearing is really making sure that they know how to break the word apart, like rain and then coat, and putting them together. Great. So connecting that to the more complicated words. Fantastic. And so again, it could last up to 15 minutes. If you feel like you are done before that time, you can dismiss them to recess. That'll kind of be your code phrase, and that'll bring me back, and then we can chat about how it went. And how would you want the students to address you today?
Miss Moody is fine.
All right, fantastic. So once you see them on your screen, you can go ahead and begin, and I will see you after your practice.
Hi, everybody. How are we doing today?
Hi, Miss Moody. Doing good. How are you?
Good, good. All right, Olivia, Reginald, Alina, Nia,
Hi.
Leo.
Hi. Hi, Miss
Hi,
Mooney. I like your
I
bracelets.
thank you. I need all eyes looking at me as your teacher today. Reginald, stay focused now.
Oh, yeah, I'm just excited.
I'm glad you're excited. Nia, are you with us, honey?
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. So today what we're going to be doing in our session is that we're going to be reviewing compound words. Has anybody ever heard of compound words? Raise
Oh,
your hand if
yes.
raise your hand if you've heard of compound words. If you have or if you haven't.
Mm,
Okay, so you guys are pretty familiar with what compound words are. So what we're going to be doing today in our lesson is diving a little bit deeper into understanding what they mean. So let me go ahead and start by telling you guys this. I need all eyes looking at me, Olivia, Reginald.
mhm.
I need all eyes
Oh,
looking at me, Miss
I'm,
Moody.
I'm,
Don't take your eyes off of me. Make sure you guys stay
okay.
focused
Mhm.
on what I'm about to talk about. So what this means, so a compound word is two or more words that come together to make a new word. Do y'all understand that?
Yeah, it makes a new word.
Exactly. So Olivia,
Hmm.
so a compound word is what? Tell me what a compound word is.
It's two small words and it makes a different word.
Okay, you're on the right track, but it takes you take two small words and you combine them together. Do
Yeah,
you understand?
yeah, that's what I said. Is like it just makes a different word.
Right, right. It makes a different word. All right, so that makes sense. I understand. So, for instance, let's look at a word. I have a few words written here on my sticky note that we're going to go over today. The first one is raincoat. Can everybody repeat after me? Raincoat.
Raincoat.
Raincoat, 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 raincoat.
Good job. So, what are the two words that you guys hear or hear rather in the word raincoat? Reginald, what are the two words you hear in the word raincoat?
Rain and coat.
That's right. So, what we're also going to be focusing on in our session is how to understand the meaning of what these compound words are. Every, Alina, tell me what rain is. What is rain?
I mean, it's rain.
It's rain. Well, describe it. Like, what is it?
Um, well, it falls from the sky and it's wet. And it comes from clouds. So, yeah, when it starts like a stormy day, it rains.
Exactly. It's water that falls from the sky.
Yeah, it's water.
And everybody knows what a coat is, correct?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah, of course.
So when you combine rain and coat together, that makes raincoat. But what do you think it means? Let me call on Nia. What do you think raincoat means?
Uh, it's a coat that you wear whenever it's raining.
Good job. That makes complete sense. Good job, Nia. So now let's look at another word. We have another word. I want everybody to write down sunflower. Everybody write down sunflower. 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 And put a thumb up once you have your word written.
Um, principal says we can't do that, but we can raise our hands.
Raise your hand once you have the word written. Olivia, do you have it written, honey?
Yeah.
Thank you. So, Leo, I want to call on you. That's good. You can put your hands out now. Leo, I want to call on you. What are the two
Yes.
words in sunflower?
Well, the first part of the word is sun.
Sun, and the other part is what?
Flower.
So, when you combine them together, what word do we get, Reginald?
Sunflower.
Thank you for paying attention. So, what do you think the word sunflower could mean? What do you think what could it be?
Oh,
Let's
it's
use our
the flower. It's that yellow flower. Uh, that I see sometimes like in stores and stuff.
All right, I wasn't done talking, but let me finish what I'm saying and I'm gonna come back to you. So let's use our inferences. Like we understand what the sun is, right? And we know what a flower is, correct? So when we combine them together, that makes the word sunflower. But we're gonna use our context clues. We're gonna use what we already know to figure out what the word means. Alina, I want you to take a shot
Yes.
at it. What do you think, in your words, what a sunflower means?
Um, well, like Reggie said, that it's flour that like is sold or you can find it in the field or something, and it's like gold or like yellow.
Good job. Yes, it is a yellow flower. So it's a flower that grows based in the what?
A flour,
Olivia.
flour what?
So Olivia, are you with me, honey?
Yeah.
So a sunflower is a flower that grows where? In the what?
Outside?
Outside in the what? What's the first part of that word?
Sun?
It's a flower that grows in the sun. Do y'all understand the meaning now?
Uh, yeah, but I guess all flowers grow in the sun.
All
And
flowers technically can.
I think it's because it looks like a sun.
Oh,
Um, because it's like it has like yellow around it and it has like the brown in the middle. So like it kind of looks like the sun. I think that's why
good
it's
job.
called sunflower. That's what I'm guessing.
Good job. I like your inference. I like what you're contributing. I like how you're contributing to the conversation. So yes, it's a sunflower because the flower looks like the sun because it has the yellow petals on it. The yellow
Oh,
um
that makes sense.
that makes sense, right? Then the inside of it's kind of like a brownish color. So that's why they call it a sunflower. Now we have another word that we're moving on to. So underneath sunflower, write the word toothbrush.
Okay.
Underneath sunflower, write the word toothbrush. Raise your hand once you have it written. All right, thank you for following directions, everybody. So, let me call on somebody. Olivia, what's that word? What's our new word we're working on now?
Toothbrush.
So, we're going to try. Do you guys have an understanding of what toothbrush could mean?
Yeah, it's a toothbrush.
Okay, Nia.
Yeah, it's what we brush our teeth with.
Exactly. And how did you figure that out? You took apart the word tooth and brush and you broke the word apart to figure out what it could mean and what it does, right? It's
Hmm.
a brush, it brushes our what?
Our teeth.
Our what? Our teeth. Good job. Now we have our next word called afterthought. Can you guys repeat that word after me? Afterthought?
Afterthought.
Afterthought. Afterthought. Afterthought. Afterthought.
Afterthought. All right. So, do you guys maybe have an idea of what that could mean?
Uh, that one's harder.
That one's
Hmm.
harder. You're not so sure. Nia, what do you
Yeah.
think it could mean?
Um, I don't know. That one is harder.
All right. Well, let's work on that. Let's try to figure that one out. All right. So, let's break the word apart. The first part of the word is what, Reginald?
After.
And the next part, part, other part is what, Reginald?
Thought.
All right, and when you combine them together, you get the word afterthought. So let's break our word apart again. What does the word after mean? You have the word before and you have
Uh,
after.
yeah, it's the opposite of before, so it's after, like after school.
Like after school, which means after means later. Before
Later,
means,
yeah.
yeah, after means later. Like you're going after this session, you're going to go home. That means you're going to go home later. So do we understand that after means what, you guys?
Later.
All right. And what does thought mean? What does thought mean? Think about it. What does
Um,
thoughts mean?
like when
I
you're
have
thinking
thoughts
about
about
something.
what I have thoughts about what I'm going to eat tonight, or I have a thought about what I'm going to wear to work tomorrow. Thought means I have a what?
Like when you're thinking.
Uh-huh, but what's that word called, Olivia?
An idea.
Thank you. Good job. An idea. A thought is an idea that you have in your head. So when you come, so now that we understand what after and thought means separately, when we combine them together, afterthought could mean a idea that comes later. Do you understand
Mm,
now?
yeah, that makes sense. Kind of like how we broke everything down at the beginning.
Exactly. Good job. All right, now our final word for our small group session is the word nationwide. Can you guys repeat after me?
Oh, nationwide.
Nationwide? Huh.
Nationwide.
Nationwide? Nationwide.
All right, good job. Nationwide.
Hmm.
Olivia, do you have an idea of what that could mean?
Um, I guess we could break it down.
You're going to need to break it down. Okay, Nia, what do you think nationwide means?
Um, well, nation is like a country.
Okay, that's a start. That's a start. Alina, what about nationwide? What do you think?
Well, wide is when something's really big.
If something's really
So, does it mean big country?
okay, I can see where you're coming from, but let's break the word apart. All right, so Nia already gave us the meaning for the first part of the word. Nation is like a country. But let's look at the second part of the word. What's the second part of the word, Leo?
Wide.
Wide. Okay, wide. Usually, when somebody says wide, that means like something's really, really big. Really, really big,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I said.
Right. But in this context that we're talking about, nationwide doesn't necessarily mean something really, really big. Nationwide means that something is going across an entire country or going across an entire nation.
Oh. Oh, that's hard.
Yeah, that's confusing.
Do we need to work this out some more?
Um, I guess it's like, why doesn't that mean big country then? Because if it's like with toothbrush, it's like, oh, that's a tooth and a brush. It's a brush for your teeth. So,
Well, different, okay, words can have different meanings in different contexts sometimes. Sometimes when you use words in different types of contexts, different types of meanings, then it could kind of change up the meaning of what you're talking about just in this context, in this moment. All right.
okay.
Okay, I'm trying to give you guys a good example. So that mean nationwide means that is something is just going across an entire country, which means it's going across the width of a whole nation, nationwide.
Oh, so it like what is so is it like what can go nationwide?
I'm trying to think. Okay, here's a good example. What restaurant do y'all like? McDonald's, right?
Uh-huh.
Do,
Yeah.
do y'all like McDonald's?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, guess what? McDonald's has a restaurant nationwide. McDonald's has restaurants all across the nation, nationwide. McDonald's, Burger King, Wingstop, Chick-fil-A, they all have restaurants all nationwide, which means they have restaurants all across the country of the United States of America.
Oh, oh, so everywhere?
Everywhere in the United States of America.
All right, Bria, welcome back. Congrats on completing your simulation. For the next few minutes, let's reflect on that experience. So, first of all, overall, how do you feel the lesson went?
I feel like it went pretty good.
Yeah, great. So let's dive deeper. So, what strategies or best practices do you feel like you used well?
Letting the students be involved in a discussion to learn this new topic.
Mhm. Yeah, I saw that you were using their names and really making sure that they were engaged in the conversation and facilitating that discussion. Great. And then I know that one of your goals before you went in is to really bring home the fact that we're breaking down these words in order to find clues about it and combining them. So, how do you feel that that strategy went?
Great. I did it for all the words, for a majority of the words.
Yeah, I saw that. And then, they were referencing it back to when they didn't understand, back to, "Oh, okay, let's try to break it down like we did at the beginning." Great. So, what other strategies or best practices do you feel like went well?
I think it went well with me explaining what the words meant and keeping the students on task in our small group, making use of them writing their
Mhm.
on their tablets.
Right, right. So not only was there a discussion, there was that written portion as well, so they could visually see that. Great. So if you had a chance to do this again, what do you think that you could improve upon?
Having more ideas on how to explain some of the words,
Mm. So what would that look like for you?
maybe getting like context clues together to uh, explain the words better because the kids were very confused by the word nationwide.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, understandable. That's like definitely a more complex or nuanced word, right, than they experienced before, right? Raincoat is definitely different than like nationwide. Great. And then, what is one thing that you're taking away from this experience that you might use the next time you face a similar situation in real life?
Um, I'm taking this example to be more, I don't want to say prepared, because I feel like I was really prepared for this lesson regardless, but I would take away by when I'm in my own classroom, when I have small group sessions, I will incorporate the kids having like active participation in, dialogue and saying what they feel and what they think to get a conversation started for the for a small group lesson.
Absolutely. Yeah. The more they're participating, the more they're learning, right? And engaged in the lesson. They'll be able to explain back what they're learning right there in real time. Great. Well, thank you so much for participating and for your preparation. So you chose to record today's session. You'll be able to access that video by returning to the Mursion portal where you scheduled today's session. And have a great rest of your day. Take care.
Bye, thank you.
Thanks. Bye.